lost. I was actually kind of worried about that because that place is tight. I'm headed to my shipper. Y'all, I got lost. Okay, so I got there. And then once I got there, I've actually been there before. Got there, got checked in. I didn't recognize the name because it was full of in the title it was like what do you call it? Abbreviated. It was abbreviated, so I didn't know what the actual name was. But yeah, so I get there, I get checked in or whatever, you know, there's no recording allowed at all. They have to like inspect your truck, you gotta open your doors, you gotta pop your hood, you gotta open your gearbox. But yeah, like, out my head. So the little security guard gives me instructions. First of all, he tells me, it doesn't matter, I don't know. Anyway, he could have just been being nice, but he was saying, you know, I take a good picture. And I was like, oh, that's nice, thank you, you know, appreciate it. Well, all right, great, one of the two. But he was like, yeah, you know, you come over here on this street. No, I asked him. I was like, so do I turn down such and such street? And he was like, he didn't respond. He just like, yeah, you know, you go there. And I'm like, okay, I got this little map. It showed me I should be fine. Well, I see a tanker going down that street, and I see other tankers there. But then I did see, you know, drive-in trailers, but I'm like, I don't see a dock, so that's just the staging area. So I drove past it. That was the street that I needed. But I still would have been lost because I ended up back there, parked at a place where I thought I was supposed to go, and I was like, this dock does not look like it's in use, and it wasn't, because they had, you know, like those garbage bins, the big ones, you know, almost look like pods. And I was walking around knocking on doors and trying to get into places. It said, you know, authorized personnel only, but I'm just trying to get some instructions. So everywhere, they got cameras everywhere, so I'm sure they sent somebody to come, like, go get this girl. And he gave me directions, and I ended up in that lot that I had passed by, and I'm like, okay, well, I see a trailer, and they got a makeshift dock here that, you know, the trailer backed up to. Well, maybe they need to move that trailer, and then I'll back up to that dock. So anyway, I asked another person, they were like, he pointed out the building again, he was like, this is where you need to go. I was like, I vaguely remember this. Okay, no. So finally, he told me exactly how to get around there, and I listened to his instructions, and I got where I needed to go. So I go and I check in, and it's, you know, the guy was like, I knew it was their lunchtime because they had the window closed, and I'm like, either I'm gonna sit here or something, you know, at least let me back into the dock. So that's what happened. I was able to back into the dock while it was their lunchtime, and I waited. For that, I finally got in the dock and everything. You know, he gave me some papers to take to the shipping office. He told me how to get to the shipping office. Now, I remember that, but he confirmed it for me because there was a detour, and the detour is what threw me off from being there the last time. So that's why I got lost twice. Get to the shipping office, they give me my paperwork, and here I am. So I'm headed to Tennessee, Sparta, Tennessee, somewhere around there. I got a 14-hour trip ahead of me. Yeah, man. And I got to be there on the 28th by 8 o'clock in the morning. Today's the 26th. So I got some driving to do today, and then I'll finish it up tomorrow, and then I'll be in place to make my delivery the following day.
Arrive at Pilot Flying J on the right.
is the worst time that you can stick beside me. Y'all, my cell phone is on the ground. I was looking for it, couldn't find it, drove all the way back around to the spot to find it. Thank God it's there. So let me get this shit and get out of here. Alright, y'all, this was a mess. So, I was going to get fuel, but I heard the trucker fussing on the radio this morning about them not getting fuel out and they wanted to pull up there. I was like, you know what? I don't have to do this to myself. I don't have to go and get behind nobody trying to get fuel. So when I inched out of my parking spot, you know how you have the, what you call it? Not dollar back and forth. Seesaw back and forth to get out of something. So I got out of my parking spot. I was actually kind of worried about that because that place is tight. I got out of there and I couldn't hear my brother anymore. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm so glad that I called my brother in the morning. If I can't get him, I'll call my sister or something. But y'all, I couldn't hear him anymore. I couldn't find my phone, so I dumped my trash and I circled back. Instead of getting the fuel, I circled back to that parking spot. And y'all can see where my phone is. Literally right above the line. So you know, I was grossed out, but I was happy to find my phone. Because what if I wasn't on the phone with anybody? Or I couldn't get anybody that morning and I kept driving? It would have been too late. All of my memories, everything would have been gone. Because there's no way I would have had time, depending on how far I got, to go back and get it, you know? So after this snow, I'm headed to Florida. So this will be out of my way. And somebody would have probably picked it up and it would be in their phone. They might have turned it in, but then when would I have had time to get back to that truck stop? Like, I would depend upon somebody like mailing my phone to me and all this other kind of stuff. So I didn't have to go through all of that. Thank God the phone was still there. And thank God, you know, it worked. It was in my pocket. It fell out when I got in the truck. So we are on our way. I got 3 hours and 2 minutes to drive. I've got 3 hours and 2 minutes to drive. And my arrival time currently is 7:28. My appointment is at 8 o'clock. Stop right here so they can scan my whatever they're gonna scan, license plate, whatever they're scanning right now. And I lied, I'm not in North Carolina. I'm in Virginia still. But I think I'm pretty close to the border, sort of. Somewhat. Maybe not. It is about to be great. Ready to go right now. License plate reader seat. Blue and green. Oh, yeah. It's not a hazmat load, but you just never know. You just never know. So thank the Lord. I'm always happy to see a green light. Because I didn't tell you, I don't know what y'all gonna see when y'all gonna see it, but I had an inspection like 2 weeks ago, back to back. Like 2 days in a row. 2 different states. One was in Missouri, I don't remember what the other one was. I got the paperwork, I had to insert it. But yeah. So I'll probably see y'all when I get to my destination for real.